All right, guys. So we all know what's been happening with Russell Brand recently. He became a born-again Christian and made a whole big show of it, and being, Mr. Religious, Mr. Pious. That's what I am. And he's been palling around with Tucker Carlson, and he's been promoting RFK Jr., who's on Trump's nuts, and Russell's on Trump's nuts, and his whole thing is, we're anti-establishment, and that's why we're going to back the establishment candidate, Donald Trump. And it's just pathetic, and it's sad, especially because the specific arguments they use to back Trump are the dumbest things you've ever heard. No, Donald Trump is not anti-war. No, Donald Trump is not anti-censorship. I know we've been over this roughly 500,000 times, but you have to keep bringing it up because, unfortunately, this is a narrative that has become very, very pervasive. It's very pervasive. You will hear people make the point, Donald Trump gave us no new wars. Trump even says it himself, no new wars. I didn't do any new wars. And they say this, and everybody who's making the argument, let's be clear, they know that that's bullshit. They know at least some of these things, which I'm about to tell you. He increased drone strikes 432%. He kept us in Iraq. He kept us in Afghanistan. There was a 330% increase in civilian deaths in Afghanistan when he was president. He bombed Syria twice. He occupied a third of Syria to, and I quote, take the oil. He let Israel illegally annex the Golan Heights, which is Syrian territory. He assassinated a top Iranian general who was fighting ISIS. That's Qasem Soleimani. He tried to coup Venezuela. He ripped up the Iran agreement. He armed Saudi Arabia as they did a genocide in Yemen and vetoed a bill to cut off the weapons to them. He said he wants war with Mexico in his second term. He says Biden doesn't support Israel enough, and he's not letting them finish the job. He dropped the Moab, the mother of all bombs, on Afghanistan. He ramped up the defense budget every single year. He had a whole bunch of neocon war criminals in his administration, like Mike Pompeo, John Bolton, and Gina Haspel. His first military raid as president killed a young American girl, and he pardoned Blackwater war criminals. Anti-war my ass cheeks, right? I don't even need to get into the fucking, he's anti-censorship. He's pro-First Amendment, which is why he wants to punish flag burning with a year in prison, which is against the First Amendment. It's why he sued CNN for $475 million because they said the big lie about his election denialism. Like, just everything that these people say about Trump is wrong. And they're lies, and these people are frauds and charlatans and con men. Now, I say that, you might say, Kyle, that's a little harsh. Is that really an accurate descriptor? Don't they at least think they're telling the truth? The answer is no. And here's great evidence of it right here. So this is the type of stuff Russell Brand is doing these days. You ready? Watch this. This is his ad. Ready?
Hello, I'm just back from Narnia, where I had a holiday, Mr. Tumnus, Aslan, all those guys. And as you know, airports are places full of Wi-Fi and all sorts of evil energies. Think of all the phones out there, all of the signals, corruptible and corrupting. Luckily, I wear this magical amulet from Tech that keeps me safe from all of the various signals out there. And also means, look at this, look how strong I am. I think this is making me more powerful, as a matter of fact. Look at that. This stuff is absolutely packed with Tech. I didn't even bring any socks or toothbrush or dog meat or anything like that. Just completely full of Tech. You should get one as well, particularly if you're planning to go to an airport anytime soon, because the bloody things are full of lethal signals. Tech, a glorious amulet to protect you from corrupting signals.
He's hawking an amulet that protects you from bad signals. He's saying, the Wi-Fi is deadly and it's bad for your body. He's saying this as he wears a Wi-Fi microphone and says the amulet protects him. What am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? Myself and anybody else who at any point took this guy seriously, we have a lot to account for. Because we were some fucking morons. We were some dupes, bro. The guy is such a charlatan. He's such a con man. And by the way, I was saying it's possible that his transition to Christianity is legitimate. It's possible that he actually believes it and he found meaning in it, whatever. Wrong. No. Anybody who's willing to do this is willing to completely and utterly lie and carve a path out for themselves where they play a role. The fact of the matter is, there's a lot of allegations now against Russell Brand, and would you look at that? In the wake of the allegations, he decided to go the full heel turn, and now all of a sudden, he's with RFK and Tucker Carlson and Donald Trump, and he's talking about how mega Christian he is now, and he's praying at public events. No, he realized everybody, every leftist, every liberal, every centrist, every normal person in the country saw those allegations and went, this guy, I'm not a big fan of this guy here. And you realize, what do I have left to do? Where can I go? to keep getting the fame and the adoration and the attention, I'll just do the full MAGA turn. And so he did. And now here we are. He's posting pictures of himself baptizing people while wearing his tighty whities, and he's selling magical amulets. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, literally no shame. None. He goes to bed at night. He knows I'm hawking some woo-woo, total anti-science junk fucking bullshit to my fans for over $200 fucking dollars. And he doesn't care. He sleeps like a baby. He doesn't care. He knows he's lying. He knows this is bullshit. He knows he's a charlatan. He knows he's a con man. Sleeps like a baby. No problem with it. Never doubts it. Yeah, I'll just keep going on this path. I'll do some more public prayers. I'll suck off Tucker Carlson and Donald Trump a little bit more. I'll engross myself in this disgusting world of the post-leftists who now love Donald Trump. You know, there was a time where these people would, they would just say, oh, no, I'm a leftist and I'm criticizing the Democrats from the left. That's all I am. And maybe you'd get them to the point of like, I think Democrats and Republicans are equally bad, but they're both definitely bad, right? But then, wow, would you look at that? The trajectory just kept going. That wasn't the end of the road for them. No, eventually they eventually just took the mask off and were like, okay, I'm MAGA. All the stuff I said about the establishment being bad and wrong and the parties being equally bad didn't mean a goddamn word of it. I want the love. I want the attention. I want the adoration. I want fawning fans. And in order to get that, now I got to turn to MAGA. So I'm going to turn to MAGA. And oh yeah, by the way, while I'm over here pretending to be all Jesus-y, also buy this fucking total ripoff of an amulet with fake junk bullshit science associated with it. I also love the idea of like, oh bro, I'm super Christian now. I'm all about Jesus. And then, yeah, I'm going to support the guy who wakes up every day and tweets, let's do more fascism, right? I'm going to invoke a law from 1798 to go after the enemy within, which is the radical left. 6 years ago, that was Russell Brand. He's talking about you, right? If you were in the U.S., get the radical left out of here, right? Nope, now he supports Trump. He supports they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. The fucking Trump openly said, not only does he want to deport illegal immigrants, now he wants to deport legal immigrants. Those Haitian immigrants are perfectly legal, and no, they're not eating fucking cats and dogs. Like, what are we even talking about here? Gigantic mass deportation? Yeah, that's exactly like Jesus would do. Jesus would love to deport tens of millions of people, including women and children who did absolutely nothing wrong. That's, totally. Absolutely. Donald Trump the other day was openly musing about, oh, Israel should attack Iran's nuclear sites. Yeah, right. That's just like Jesus would advise him to do, right? Jesus would say, you know what I like? More war. You know what I like? Letting Israel finish the job as they do their genocide. That's what Jesus would be all about. I can't stand these people, man. I can't stand these people. They're just total hacks. Total hacks. And it drives me crazy that anybody takes them seriously. We're going to wake everybody up to all of it because not a single fucking thing these guys say is true, and they know it's not true. He knows this amulet doesn't save you. He knows that. He knows that Jesus is not in the sky looking down on you, cares about your fucking thoughts and whether or not you jack off. He knows that. He knows that. He just found a lane. He just found a lane, and he's going to stay in that lane as long as he possibly can because he cares more about the attention and the fame and the adoration and the money. All right, guys, that's the show. You know the drill. I love you all. Everybody do me a big favor. Please like and subscribe. You can support the show on Patreon or you can tip on YouTube. Definitely check out Crystal, Kyle, and Friends this week. You're not going to want to miss it. It'll be a really, really interesting discussion. It's myself and Crystal and Hutch and Josiah of Pondering Politics. We are going to be discussing Kamala Harris's campaign strategy. What's good strategy? What's bad strategy? What has she done that's good and bad? What should she do? And where are we with the state of the race? You're not going to want to miss it. I think it's fair to say you'll get more of the liberal perspective from them versus the leftist perspective from me and Crystal, but I think there'll be plenty of areas of both agreement and disagreement. He recently did a video Hutch did talking about how I was wrong with Kamala touting the endorsement of Liz Cheney. We're going to dive into all that. So definitely sign up for Substack below, Crystal, Kyle, and Friends. You're not going to want to miss this week. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.